Hey guys, it's another MC Slot diecast review, and this is of the Force India Mercedes VJMO4 Showcar, and this was Adrian Sutil's Showcar. Now, Showcar is normally used for promotional events, just to sort of show the car off a bit, because there are a lot of rules regarding what they can actually do with recent models of certain cars. So, I think the rule currently states that you can't use any car that was used in the previous year of racing, so they have to use cars from 2 years ago. So it's very sort of interesting to know that, because it's like a rule that they're not allowed to run a car that's younger than 2 years old. So this car is sort of was never going to run, but it was going to be sort of used for promotional events, so they could have pictures of it and stuff like that. Now we will be doing a comparison video of this car with also the race car of the VJMO4. So because there are a lot of differences, mainly this part here, but I won't spoil too much, I'll just talk about this model in particular. So 2011 was also the year that introduced DRS, after I think it was sort of brought in by the fact that Alonso couldn't get past Vitaly Petrov in the 2010 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and hence was cost the World Championship. So a lot of things sort of get changed for Ferrari's benefit, but it hasn't really actually helped them that much, because it means that other cars can pass them. Another thing that also might be Ferrari linked is in fact the double point score system at the end of the 2014 championship, if it goes ahead. That was because Ferrari aren't performing apparently. So Ferrari, I don't really like Ferrari, who does, apart from Italy of course. So the product code for this car is 410110084. And this is a limited edition car, and there's only 1008 of this car that have been produced by Minichamps. So that's not very many, and think about it, it's quite privileged, to have a car that rare and just be able to hold on to it and just, be able to use it and review it. It's quite good actually, and I just realised how sort of good it is to, out of the whole world, only 1,000 exist, 1,008 actually. There is one thing that you might have noticed, is the rear end is up, and that's because there's this thing on the bottom. Now I don't know if it's removable, but I'm not going to remove it because of the fact that I don't actually own this car and I am borrowing it. So I'm not going to fiddle with the car, but I think it might. I don't know if it necessarily is attached, and I don't know if it's actually, I think it's not meant to be attached, but I think it's actually come off on the box. So I could be wrong though. Oops. Yeah, I think it is actually meant to be on the box. So yeah, it is a nice looking car. It's the year that Paul di Resta came into the team after Antonio Liuzzi was no longer kept on. So you've got some White and Mackie sponsorship, which he brought to the team as well. And when I do the comparison video, you'll see a few sort of changes as well. If you also remember, the 2010 car, also had the White and Mackie sponsorship on it as well, because he was actually a test driver then. One thing I also just noticed whilst looking at the bottom is that it actually says it's the 2010 car along the bottom, and that's the Force India Mercedes VJMO3 that says, but this is actually the MO4, so they've used the same chassis. So it is basically a combination of the VJMO3, but with it's like the MO3 in dress of the MO4 with like MO4 parts on it. So, and also the MO4 colour scheme as well. I might do a comparison video of this compared to the MO3 actually, because they are very similar cars, they're just in different colour schemes. And I think it's all to comply with the rules, so they don't break any rules in regards to testing and stuff like that. Also, this was the year where they changed from the ravey sort of look to this block sort of lined effect, which is quite nice. If I'm honest, this is probably my least favourite colour scheme that Force India ran, and I'm glad it didn't really stick around very much, because if I just quickly show you the VJMO5, which is here, that one looks no end better than this one. So I don't know why I did that, because I've actually got a separate turntable. So yeah, there's the 5 and there's the 4 on the background, and out of the two I prefer the 5 any day. Some of you may remember that actually this is when Sahara sort of came into sport with Force India, and they sponsored, or they became the title sponsor of Force India in mid 2011. They own 42.5%, I believe it is. Vijay Mallya owns another 42.5%, and the remaining 5% belongs to people that I can't quite remember. So Vijay Mallya still is basically the team boss and the main shareholder, but this is why Sahara is written on the side of that one and not this one, even though about partway through 2011, yes, Sahara became sponsors of Force India and their title sponsor. So that's just a little bit about the car. There'll be a lot more to come regarding results and details of the championship, how it went for them in the actual race car review, which I'm getting. It is Paul di Resta's car I'm also getting, so I'm trying to get one of sort of every driver from Force India, because I'm also trying to get all the Force Indias myself. So I do like to do a bit of a mix, and I'll do a comparison video between the VJMO3, this car, the VJMO4 Showcar, and the VJMO4 race car compared to the VJMO4 Showcar. So as always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and if there's any car that you particularly like, don't forget to mention it. Also, don't forget to check out the MC Slot eBay shop, and also his new shop, which will be opening very soon on the internet. I need to get the address for that as well. Hopefully it will be in the description as well if you have a look. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give it a like and a comment as well.